Hi, my name is Lauren Tuanyo, and for today I am gonna draw my life. Every person has their own story, and today I'm gonna tell you a story of the person that I know the best, who is myself. My mom told me that I was the unplanned baby because she was under the pill when they made me, so she took extra care of me when I was in her womb because of how big of a miracle I was. My parents thought of every name possible to give to their baby girl. They thought of names like Pamela, Patricia, and Trisha. But finally, they settled for the name Patricia Lauren. On the breezy morning of the 18th of June in the year 1998, my mom gave birth to a beautiful, gorgeous, fabulous baby girl. When I was a baby, I cried 24/7, so as a result, they gave me away to my grandparents. My grandparents then took care of me for about a month or so, and because of my excessive crying, they decided to return me to my parents. Frankly, this part of my life is rather sad because the idea of giving away a newborn is just vacuous in my opinion. Okay, so I was 5 months old when I first crawled, and I was about 10 months old when I first walked, which I think is pretty normal for a baby slash toddler. I know. I googled it. I was the thinnest kid ever. I hated eating. I hated food, and the idea of having 3 meals a day is just absurd for me. So my parents supervised my every meal when I was a kid. I went to preschool when I was 3.5 years old. I think that's below the normal age for a kid to go to school, but I did, and I'm actually thankful I started pretty early. When I was in preschool, I was the shyest kid. I never would not talk to anyone unless they talked to me first. Medyo pet chicks, as they say it as. So I didn't make that much friends back in preschool, but I did excel in my academics. I graduated third in my batch. Yay me. Side note, I remember having this huge, gigantic crush on my neighbor. I think he was the first person I had a crush on. But of course, nothing serious. I was only 5 years old that time, so no. I also remember having my first kiss at around 6 years old. I know it's too early, too young to have my first kiss at 6, but hear me out, hear me out. It was on the cheek, and I had no idea he's gonna kiss me. I also remember being so fascinated with ballet. I tried so hard to force my parents to enroll me in a ballet school, but they said no, which made me hate them up until now. Okay, so going back, first grade was a blur for me. I can't really remember much from it, but I do remember being a very quiet kid. What the hell happened? I have no idea. So yeah, I had very few friends and my grade wasn't that good either. Second to third grade, my mom started paying more attention to my studies because of how low my grade was back in first grade. So I took ACADS more seriously, and as a result, I had always been in the top 10. Yay me! Fourth to fifth grade, I started to be more friendly and more approachable, and I made lots of friends because of that, and my grades stayed the same, which is good. Also, this is the year I met my ex best friend. Her name is Fatima, and I love her to death. We would talk on the phone for hours and hours. Sixth grade, yeah, this is the time it all started to go downhill. I was so loud, so careless, so I stopped paying that much attention to my studies. So I ended up graduating with no honors. It kind of broke me in a way. And also the fact that Fatima told me that she's gonna move to Australia didn't help either. I have this big brother who is 2 years older than me. I know I should have mentioned this earlier, but I kind of forgot. But he is very smart, a lot smarter than me. And I remember my parents forcing him to study non-stop to pass the entrance exam in Quezon City Science High School, which is the regional science high school in the NCR. Because of the excessive studying, he ended up passing the entrance exam. Good for him. So it was hard for me to live up to my parents' expectations when it comes to academics. It was my turn to take the entrance exam and I ended up failing, which broke me. Saying that my mom hated me for failing the test is an understatement. She decided to despise me for failing. I felt such failure that time. And because of how my mom reacted, I prayed to God every night to just get rid of me. But because of how desperate my mom was, she applied for a reconsideration in Kisai, and luckily I got reconsidered. Freshman year was an okay year for me. I struggled a lot when it comes to studies because first I wasn't aware on how hard it was to study in a science high school and yeah, But I did met my best friend in the whole world in my freshman year in my high school. Her name is Cassandra, and up until now, we're still as close as ever. It was also the year I had these strong feelings for someone who also had these strong feelings for me. But nothing serious happened. We just liked each other, and plus, it only lasted for about a month or so. Sophomore year was fun. I enjoyed sophomore year because I made a lot of friends. My grades got better, and yeah. And oh, it was also the year I got courted for the first time in forever. But I shot him off because the feeling was not mutual. How sad. Junior year is the year when all hell broke loose. It was probably the worst year in high school and also the worst year of my life, even. I had this curly, frizzy, ugly hair that would look so bad on anyone. So, as a result, my friends called me names like Mufasa, ugly, and fat. Not just because of my hair, but also my whole appearance as well. I kinda just left it off in front of them, but inside I was dying. I remember crying in my room because of it. I was bullied. Junior prom came, and of course, I didn't have a date, but it doesn't really matter because I had fun with my two best friends in the whole wide world. And honestly, I didn't need slash want a date. I remember entering the prom venue and feeling ugly, fat, and disgusted, and just dying to go to our hotel. But I made it till the end of the prom, so hey. Because of the bullying, I started to go on a very strict diet, wherein I only eat one meal a day to lose weight fast. And at the same particular occasion, I had this eating disorder called bulimia, wherein I force myself to vomit some of the food I eat so that I won't feel guilty afterwards. It is a huge secret that only one of my friends know about. Finally, senior year came, and I prayed to God to make my senior year 5 times better than my junior year. So luckily, He answered my prayers. I was close with everyone in my class, and also I was a part of this group of 9 girls who I absolutely adored. And up until now, we're still very, very close, even though we don't study in the same university. Senior prom came. It was great. It was magical, even though it wasn't, I haven't had a date. Spending prom with 8 of my closest friends is just fabulous. And it can't get any better than that, in my opinion. Graduation came, and it was bittersweet event, I think. I was happy because I learned so much in my 4 year stay in Kasai, and also sad because at the same time, it's a very tedious task to leave something that you're so familiar of behind. College came, and I'm so blessed that I get to study in such an awesome university. UP Manila. So this is my university, and I can't wait to make friends, relationship, lessons, heartbreaks, and memories. So yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching my Draw My Life video.